In these last few practice problems, we have to identify which property is going to prove these triangles congruent. Side, 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 angle, side, angle, angle, side, HL, or none of these. In our first one here, we have, it looks like, an isosceles triangle. These are equal to each other, these sides are equal to each other. And we have another isosceles triangle. Unfortunately, we don't know anything that connects this triangle here to this triangle here. We know nothing that connects them. We don't know any angles, we don't know any sides, so we have no information to prove that the two are congruent. So none. Next one, we have, it looks like right angles down here. So right angles followed by side, followed by side. We have right angle followed by the same side, followed by the same type of side. So right angle, one tick, two tick, right angle, one tick, two tick in a row. That would be side, side angle. We know we can't use that, but when it's a right angle, we can call that hypotenuse leg, HL, congruent. So this would be congruent by HL. Third one here, we have an angle, a side, an angle, and a side. We know that two pieces of information is not enough to prove anything. However, we talked about this before, whenever you see the butterfly, two triangles running into each other with intersecting lines, always take the freebie information. We know that we have vertical angles here. We already used our one tick, so let's use two angle marks here. And so by vertical angles, we get this last piece of information for free. Now we have an angle, a side, and then the two tick angle. One tick angle, a side, and the two tick angle in a row. We can prove these are congruent by angle, side, angle. Moving to our fourth one. When I mentioned before, when we have a shared side, we immediately think reflexive, give it marks to indicate that it's equal to itself. Reflexive properties seemed kind of silly before. All of a sudden now it's going to become a little more useful. Here we have the one tick side, the one mark angle, the two tick side. Over here we have the one tick side, the one mark angle, and the two tick side. So we have three pieces of information, a side, an angle, and a side, so SAS, and we have it in both, and they're both in the same order, which means that we can prove that these triangles are in fact congruent by SAS. Next one here, looks like we have isosceles triangles again. We have a side and a side is congruent to these sides here. So we have a side and a side, and we have an angle. So by angle, side, 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 side angle, SSA, that is not enough to prove SSA that we have two congruent triangles. So with the information given, that is not enough. If you do happen to remember our isosceles triangle theorem, which says if we have two equal sides, then we also have two equal base angles, meaning that this is going to be equal to this. And same thing over here, two equal sides is going to give us two equal base angles. And since all these base angles and sides are the same, now you could say I have angle, angle, side, AAS. Angle, angle, side. You could also go the other way, angle, angle, side, angle, angle, and do the inside side here. So there are a few different ways to do this, but using our isosceles triangle theorem to get our last piece of information, you could do AAS and say yes, they are congruent. And then finally, number 6. We have right angles, so our HL flag is kind of going up in our head. We don't want to overuse that, we have to be careful. We have a double tick mark side, and then a single tick mark side all in a row. So again, let's confirm we have it. We have right angle, two tick, one tick, right angle, two tick, one tick. Yes, that is enough information. We can prove that they are congruent by HL. So all of these can be proven congruent. On number 3, it took the vertical angles. On number 4, it took the reflexive side. Number 5, it took the isosceles triangle theorem, and then the 2HL we are given all the information we needed from the start. The first one was the only one that we couldn't do right away.